Hello everyone, and I'm Al Madright, playing TOS or Star Trek Online, and I'm attempting to log into my account. There it goes! Believe it or not, I've had to wait full instances of like 5 or so minutes in order to get that to work. My name is blah 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 blah. In the back there you can see a clip of my ship, and I am a commander level 29. Almost captain. Almost captain. Just a bit short there. I forget on what, but I'm a bit short. Anyway, sorry if you were actually expecting to see me up in the corner. I've been sick lately, so I didn't want you to see that. I've been playing this lately. Oh, great. As if you all didn't understand this already. Retrieving list of characters, blah blah blah. And the first day I played this, it was great. It worked perfectly. But the next day, it's like getting married without the woman or any of the good things about it. If I can ever actually get in to show you guys the game, that would be great. Nice TNG setup here. You've got the little counters. Server not responding, timer pops up. Yeah, it's all very standard. Like, seriously, since yesterday, this game has not stopped giving me problems. So there's my ship. Got my officers up in the corner there, missing a slot, but that's okay. Ooh, I have skill points. For those of you that don't know, when I play MMOs, I tend to try and balance out my character, because more often than not, a balanced character really makes your enemies freak out. Commander, and I'll go with hull plating, damage control, shields, shield hardness, okay. Weapons amplification, weapons specialization. Let's go for shield hardness. I'd like some hard shields, please. Snicker, snicker. Boo! So this is my ship. If it'll pop, there it goes. This is my ship. The I don't know how to pronounce that word, and that's bad because that's probably an English word. But anyway, I guess it's the Constitution class. It reminds me sort of the Enterprise. I don't know really. The thing about this series and about these games is there's a lot of variations on the same design, so I wouldn't know anyway. Even though I've seen basically every series of Star Trek up until this point. So there's me. And my science officers, my engineer, and my security forces. And we're orbiting Vulcan. But right now, I have a mission to go investigate the Polaris system? Is that how you pronounce that? As was said by my sister, you shouldn't try to pronounce Star Trek words unless you're a Star Trek person. And then again, you should only pronounce them to another Star Trek person so that they know what you're talking about when you say it. Apparently that was a delayed reaction by my warp drive. So like I said, lately I've been playing this game and it's been giving me something to put my time into rather than everything else. I also am trying a new editor, so if you happen to see any messages from future me, tell him I said hi. So anyway, we're going to go away from Vulcan, and we're going to auto-navigate to the place where we're supposed to go. Because thank God an MMO finally realized, hey, the player's not from this world, they're not going to know which way to go or what to do, so why don't we just have the character who automatically knows which way to go because he lives here take the player where they're supposed to go. Oh my God, it's about freaking time. Another thing, the store, right? The store. Okay, it's supposed to do that. You get 4, 5 different kinds of currency. I don't even remember offhand. But one is these refined dilithium crystals, okay? Dilithium is like what the warp core runs off of, so, you know, that's pretty important in lore, right? And you actually earn this currency. You earn it. You don't buy it, you earn it. You can buy it, of course, just like everything else, but you can earn it. Like, oh my God, why has it taken MMOs this long? Excuse me. Oh my God, why has it taken MMOs this long to grasp this concept of actually earning crap? Okay, so, as you can tell by my enthusiasm, I'm really glad to see that for once. So, there's the Zenny store, which will buy you characters and items and whatnot. The Dilithium store. Note how many times it's been glitching. And then there's other stuff too. If I go into my main inventory... That's not the right one. That's the one. You go into the assets page here. See, I wish they didn't do that. I could use my character not popping up over here. See, you get dilithium ore and you refine it into dilithium crystals. Simple enough. Then you can exchange the dilithium for Zenny at an extremely inflated rate, and there's only a handful of people who are selling it. Yes, but you can do it. Oh my God, there's a game that will let you earn currency. Oh my freaking God. Why has this taken so long to happen? As you can see, I've actually refined and traded enough dilithium in order to acquire 31 Zenny coins. Another 469, and I should be able to actually buy something one of these days. Isn't that nice? But I'm so stoked because I actually get to have it, unlike having to pay for it with all the other games. There's also Latinum, but it doesn't really do that much, at least not from what I've seen. And I'm really impressed with this because they have spared no expense when it comes to self-referential material. We have Chateau Picard wine, Bajoran Haspret, Klingon Tard milk, Cardassian Canar, Klingon Ractagino. I mean, the list just goes on and on, people. Am I still going the right way? Ah, I'm almost there. Well, I'd better put a stop to that for a minute so I can show you the rest of this. Okay, so you equip items and tech to your ship through this menu. They come straight from your inventory here. Forgot what it was for a minute. To target 106. And that's weaker than any of my 4 weapons, and apparently it doesn't go in an aft weapon slot. 2, 3. It's apparently weaker than all of my weapons, so screw it. Absorption damage, nope. Resonating secondary deflector. Increase effectiveness of hull heals. I apparently don't have a space for that. 13.1 plasma energy. That's better than what I got. So just drag it over. And it'll show you which slot it goes into, sort of. The ones it doesn't go into will be red. So that's how you can tell. I wish they had a better system for that, but, you know, whatever. The one I've got does more things, so I'll keep that there. Sell that, sell that. An extra equipable. Shield array. I'm not good with Roman numerals, but I'm going to take that as level 6. So, 3739. Yeah, sue me, I'm not the best at math here. These things are important for when you play higher levels. The components and regenerators are for when you take severe damage in expert mode. I'm not playing expert mode, but I'm going to keep them nonetheless, just in case. And there's the secondary deflector. Stack this up here with this one. Well, that's not what I meant, but... And of course, you have all sorts of gadgets and doodads to give to your fellow crew members. I don't know what these do, but the computers do, so I automatically give anything I find to them, because they actually know how to use it. It's very handy that way. Well, enough about that. Let's bring the ship to warp and get on with the mission. Like, really, after you've played so many free MMOs as I have, and it's all, oh, you have to pay $20 in order to get 500 of this, in order to buy this one thing that's only going to help you for so many levels, the fact that you can manually put in the time and effort in order to acquire the different currencies on your own, this is pretty revolutionary for me. Probably not for many of you guys, because I just found this, but... let's begin the mission, Desperate Measures. Begin the mission, Desperate Measures. Server not responding. Great. Server not responding. Continuing on 9 seconds. Timed out connecting to the server. Oh dear. Well, let me see if I can get back there. Connection to the server timed out. And some guy I know is playing unturned. Thanks, Steam! Connection to the login server timed out. Finally, I got in! Now I just have to wait for it to load. Okay, that was fast. An error occurred while transferring this character to its destination. Well, I guess I'll take the safe login. You know, I don't want to lose anything. So, loading. I do very much like the aesthetic. I was a kid when the first next-gen stuff came out, and my sisters absolutely loved it. My parents were more of a fan of the original series, of course. Let's just hit auto navigate here. And of course I was introduced to next gen, so Picard and Riker and everybody. It seemed like a very good time at the time. Didn't like Wesley so much, unfortunately. They say they put in characters that are young and up and coming through the ranks in order to make the younger generation feel more in tune with the show, and that did not work with me. It did not, and my sister didn't like it either. But of course, this is in continuity with most of the shows. This takes place sometime after Voyager. I mean, Paris's daughter is an adult now when you actually rescue her if you play through the proper storyline. Or kidnap her if you play through the opposing storyline. Because she's important. It is in line with all of the other Star Treks. You hear them referencing the Enterprise C and D a lot. You go back in time and talk to Bones, which was very funny when he said his country doctor's line. I gotta admit, it's a nice game when it works. You'll see what I mean in a minute if you don't get the drift already. But here, while we're waiting, let me explain this. Not that. This. This is your duty officers. And like anybody in control of a ship, you have ship stuff to do, and this is that ship stuff. You can send various crew members on various jobs. You can have them schedule exercises that take 2 hours. I happen to have an emergency hologram, which is apparently very good for this sort of thing. So I'll send him to do that. You can go and ask your officers, hey, you got any jobs that need doing? And they'll tell you that. And this is how you earn a number of different things in the game. It seems my ship has stopped. Oh well. So you go along through all your different kinds of jobs, intercepting decrypted files. This will give you experience with your captain, experience with your crew members. This little blue one down here is your crew member experience. If I can highlight it. And of course, there's the dilithium ore that I was ranting about, and the energy credits. The energy credits kind of act like your dollars, while your dilithium acts like gold. And of course, if dilithium is gold, then that means Zenny is like platinum. So I'm gonna queue up a few tasks here. Just some stuff that I think is going to be interesting. Maybe pull some extra weight. And you get all kinds of different officers too. Like, You get specifically engineers and quartermasters and aggressive and unruly and colonists and resilient and teamworky people. I have no idea whether any of this actually affects the story of the game. I would guess not. So, I happen to have here something that takes some saurian brandy, which is why I keep a hold of all food, drink, and other miscellaneous crap that I find until I'm absolutely sure I don't need it, because sometimes you do need it. So if I click this plan button here, oh dear. We do have a fair chance of success, but since Mr. Law here, he is a Vulcan, so I suppose that fits, is considered unscrupulous, and that has a slight chance of leading to my downfall. Scientists are offering to meet at a diplomatic dinner. Completing the assignment will open up some other things. Oh well, let's do that. And sciencey stuff. What sort of sciencey stuff do I want to do? Correlate eco-regenerative processes. Audit application credentials of geologist. Introduce research on aboriginal processes. And so far none of these are giving really good rewards. Adapt data mapping persistent social patterns in the Breen Confederacy. Catalog binary pairs. All sorts of sciencey and Star Trek-y doodadness. They're basically all the same thing, but I'm looking for certain ones that will give you other things. Ah, here's one. Secure artifacts from the archaeological site in the vendor sector. It's got a high casualty risk, but you can get special items, which is what I'm after. Apparently that guy's like the white Geordie because he's got the visor on him. I got him special from a mission a while back. So let's begin the assignment there. And I've taken up enough of everybody's time, so let's just make our way to the mission, shall we? Of course, you get random missions at random times. If you drop in on star bases, they'll give you other missions to do. If you go back to Earth, they'll have a particular set of missions. You can even train up officers in your own image once you get to be high enough ranked. And there's a ship under the name Outlaws JLE USS Common. Begin desperate measures. Finally got back here. Of course, it did take longer because server not responding, going on 7 seconds. I swear the game plays on occasion. It does. Ah, here we go. It's actually loaded. Yay! Look at me all rushing in there. Okay. Engage Romulans. Raid shields and set course. And it won't let me... There it goes. Raising impulse. Now, of course, we can go straight for an enemy. or we can scan the area for anomalies. And wouldn't you just know it? Excuse me, guys. I got a thing I need to take care of. You don't mind, right? Right. Thanks a ton. We have these Voltron, Veritron particles. Anyway, you find random clouds and ores like this in-game and out-of-game, all over the place, and you adjust your scanner in order to take measurements of them and whatnot. But you use this in your R&D department, managed by your crew members, of course, in order to create new weapons and technologies. Some of them are rarer than others, of course, and you get the whole point. Okay, well, done with that. Let's actually get into a fight here. If I can ever get over to actually get in the fight, that'd be great. So, this is my favorite weapon set. I have phaser, 2 different kinds of torpedoes. This is my rear weapon set. I have 2 different phasers and a set of torpedoes. Just in time to save your life. Should the need arise. Very handy considering these ships are also, I happen to have a security officer here. Up the power of my weapons control. That'd be great. Nope. Actually, this kind of stuff becomes very standard after level 1. It is sometimes hard to pick up ships and actually target them. So we have here the brace for impact, which actually heals your ship just a little bit. Your evasive maneuvers, which can be a blessing and a curse, of course. And various other doodads we can go on about. Reduces charge timing, charged up. Tactical speed, yes. I will be the envy of every Trekkie or leader. That would be very useful, because you guess it gives you a small bonus to your shields when you use it. Things to they explode. They do have some neat-looking explosions. I do have this set to lower graphical standards. on the loading where they say if you have trouble singing, it's because you've set your settings too high. So I've turned down my minimize feature style so done a lot of things in order to make sure the games are playing properly. This isn't exactly working, as I think you can tell. Here we go again, folks. I must say, this is one unfortunately, I have to kill it off as good, because, that's what I do. But trust me, we'll get to that in a minute. Actually did settings. Very impressive. I mean, in one particular mission, you go into an alternate path where aliens took over the galaxy after the Federation died off, and they've got the Enterprise D just sitting there in lockup. It looks fantastic. I mean, for a thing that didn't exist in the first place, they did a very good way of I do know how to blow things up. Despite how it may or may not look at the moment, I am actually very good at blowing things out. Got the fire all buttons here, so you can just panic and say, fire all the buttons! And all the guns that are able to shoot, they'll shoot all instantaneously like that. And you can be bombed by a group of 6 or 7 ships all at the same time. You don't exactly know what to do. Fire everything! That's always the best solution. If you look at this and you're saying it looks like I have a lot of subtitles, however, usually they don't take this long. But this battle feature, so it has all right here. I mean, it is the more professional way to do this. I'm big enough By default. Where's the kaboom? It was supposed to be earth-shattering. Oh, there it is. Took you long enough, didn't it? And now that's done, I have to go this way and scan the Borg sphere. Okay then. To the sphere! I mean, you haven't seen all the ships because I tend to shy away from social interaction in MMOs. But some of these models really do look fantastic. And I apparently went right past the darn ship. Stupid sphere. And of course, they don't turn on a dime, so you have to pull off some pretty complicated maneuvers on occasion. See it. Of course, this is probably just from me being stupid and no fault of the actual game. I would think I would know a Borg sphere when I saw one. Or would I? Is that it? Is that green thing the sphere? Because that looks tiny compared to how big a sphere should be. Especially compared to how big it should be versus my ship. Yeah, that's it. No wonder I didn't see it. That thing is tiny. That's not how big these ships are. But then again, all things to scale, I suppose. Arming weapons, and we're gonna take this sucker out. Full stop. And then reverse. Just so that we're not when it's exploding. And voila. Nice green explosion-y thing. Our top priority should be to find any technology or research the Romulans may have salvaged. There is a Romulan communication satellite in the area. If we program it to transmit an emergency signal, the Romulan ship should appear to investigate. If we hide behind that asteroid, if we run minimal power, the mineral content should disguise sensor readings. Once a patrol vessel arrives, use a reconfigured Class 2 probe to tag the ship. Even if they cloak, we will be able to follow them to their base. Well, you heard the lady. Although I think that's my security officer, not my science officer. But who's keeping score? Communication satellite. Fly behind this rock. Quickly now. I'll stop. Is this hiding behind the nearby asteroid enough? Is it? Did I see the... No, I guess not. Well, let's go very slowly and very subtly here. Oh, I'm not supposed to hide by this rock. I'm supposed to hide by that rock. Power systems down to minimal. There we go. And now, with it. I have tagged the vessel with a subspace transmitter. We should follow it at warp speed. Warp's Gakko system. I suppose I'll get through this next phase and then cut it off here. It's working remarkably better now that I'm actually recording it for some strange reason. Or I spoke too soon. And again, I'm trying a new editor, so if anything else particularly goes wrong, then that's my fault, but the game itself, it's doing this all on its own. The game's so bored even the timer stopped. You have arrived in the system. Scans confirm Borg technology. They have detected us and they're launching several ships. We have the element of surprise on our side for the moment, but they are bound to call in reinforcements. Recommend we eliminate the resistance and beam down to the station. While being caught in two separate tractor beams. That's okay. Problem with big features. Remember, they're Titanic. Well, that ended up. Maybe if I don't get caught in the things soon, You know what? You guys have been here for a while now. I'm gonna turn this off. And hopefully it was somewhat bearable.